Hello and a very warm welcome. In today's video we're going to reveal my top 5 drivers who are my favourites in the 2023 current grid. Of course, everyone has their favourites, but I'm going to give you my top 5 right now who I really, when we've got the race going, I want these 5 drivers to do well every weekend, no matter where it's at. So yeah, as you can see on the screen, number 1, George Russell, the male model. Now, for those who don't know, I'm sure you do know, but I've converted to a George Russell fan. I stick with that, 100%. It's not because Lewis is not winning anymore. He's unbearable. I mean, he's getting criticised by Juan Pablo Montoya. Nothing to do with him not winning. He's just, as a driver, I still think he's up there with the best, easily. But as a human, no. So, and he contradicts himself a lot. Talks a lot of crap now. So I had to switch. I've gone with George. George is the man now, and I back George 100%. A champion in the making, no doubt in my mind. Just needs the machinery. So number 1's probably not a shock to those who watch. Number 2 on my list, Charles Leclerc. Now this guy is so fast. It's ridiculous how quick this guy is. He is so fast. So fast. Maybe one of the fastest drivers on the 2023 grid. But unfortunately, Charles is prone to a mistake now and then. But I've said time and time again on the channel, Charles has to leave Ferrari to gain success in Formula 1. And how long do you wait? Because he's got to make that call. I can see it right now. He has to move team for success. How long is Charles going to wait to move teams? Because it's quite clear. If you want to be known as a journeyman, stay at Ferrari. If you want to be known as a serial contender in the sport, change teams. And Charles has to change teams. I highly rate this guy. George Russell, a champion. Charles Leclerc, a champion. Them two are my favourite at the minute. I've never been a Ferrari fan. I don't like the bullshit and politics that go with it. But, yeah. And this top 5 will be interesting. As you know, I'm a McLaren fan. But we'll get into that. Third on the list, 1foot1. Big up my man, 1foot1. I called him 1foot1 on the channel, and for some reason it stuck. Everyone now calls him 1foot1. Oh, Yuki Sonoda. Yeah, I don't know what it is with this guy. I mean, he's not British, so technically I shouldn't follow him. I mean, we should follow the Brits. He's Japanese. We've took him to our hearts. 1foot1. I just want him to succeed in the sport. I hope he smashes Ricciardo to bits. And who knows what the future holds for 1foot1. But I don't know. On the channel, it started off as a bit of a joke with 1foot1. But now he's grown on our hearts. I've just bought our Yuki Sonoda F1 model. A collectible item. So yeah. I don't know what it is about him, but he's grown on us. And yeah, he's become famous on the channel and in the WhatsApp group. Big up 1foot1. Number 4 on my list is Max. Wow. Honestly, I would have been 25 grand richer if the bookies dared for me to put a bet on them. £10, I went to the bookies, please let me put a bet on this guy. He's going to be a world champion. No, you can't put a bet on. We don't know who he is. And yeah, history in the making. He's a 3-time champion. 2-time champion technically. He's going to be 3 by the end of the season. This guy has to go on my list. You got to respect this guy. He is one hell of a talent. Car control, skill, dominance, ruthlessness, that angry shithousery side you need to be a champion. Max has got it all. He was destined to be a champion, and he's going to dominate the sport for as long as he wants, really. He doesn't seem too keen on staying and breaking the records, but we'll let it decide. He keeps saying he's going to retire at an early age. We'll wait and see what it holds. I've got to say, I respect Max. I hate Red Bull with a passion, but I respect Max as a driver. He's phenomenal. Number 5 on the list, Nico Hulkenberg. Now, again, for regulars on the channel, I windmill about this guy. I honestly think this guy's criminally underrated. And once again proved, the video I did yesterday, Kevin Magnussen, under pressure. Why is he under pressure? Because of this man, Nico Hulkenberg. Outqualified him 8-2. Races are 5-5. He's ahead of him 7 points in the drivers. He's come back after 3 years out and still beating Kevin Magnussen. Nico Hulkenberg, top quality. Deserves a top team. He's never going to get that opportunity, which is a shame. Of course, people will say he's never stepped on the podium. And yeah, you can't argue with that one, but he's a pole position man in the Williams. Should have been on the podium in Brazil 2012. But yeah. So this is a different video. My top 5 drivers of today's grid. The ones who my favourites, George Russell, Charles Leclerc, Yuki Sonoda, Max, and Hulkenberg. No McLaren drivers on there. Oscar Piastri was number 6. Lewis Hamilton not on there. I respect Lewis as a driver. That's never going to change. For me, Lewis is up there, top 3 of all time in our sport, but he's just gone off. Really gone off him as a human. He's total hypocrite nowadays. Yeah, Piastri was number 6, but yeah, I'm not a fan of Lando Norris. I'm not a fan of Daniel Ricciardo. I probably should do top 5 worst of the 2023 grid. Also, if you've got any ideas for videos, be sure to comment down below and you can feature in the title of the video. Because after Hungary and Spa, we've got a month off. So I've got a month to fill videos. So if you want to feature on the channel, comment down below a video idea and I'll ping you in the title. Yeah, so this was an interesting one. My top favourite 5 drivers of the 2023 grid. I think most know of them, but maybe Charles Leclerc was a bit of a surprise. I do rate Charles. George, a champion in the making. Give him the machinery, he'll deliver. He's a champion. Charles, very fast, a champion. Bit too many mistakes, a big chance. Big chance the other year. Ferrari had a good car. Charles been in it. Inexcusable, really, but I still think he's a champion. He's got to leave Ferrari. Yuki, pressure's on him now. Has to beat Ricciardo. If he doesn't beat Ricciardo, then Yuki's no good. But I'm hoping he beats Ricciardo, then he gets the Red Bull's drive. Max, dominating the sport. Can have every record in F1 if he stays for the longevity. And Nico Hulkenberg, just a solid midfield driver. He's criminally underrated, this guy. Criminally underrated. Thanks for watching. Adios.